welcome to my new video which is based on science, organic chemistry, and we are starting with our carbon and its compounds. So firstly, as the name suggests, we are going to talk about carbon. So let us take an intro that what is basically carbon is. Carbon is an element. And as you know, element has three categories: matters, non-matters and metalloids. But what type of element is carbon? Carbon is a non-metal, okay? And it is found 0.02% under earth crust. Its other form, like the oxide of its carbon dioxide, is found 0.03% in nature. However, it is increasing day by day due to global warming. But this is the standard form which is found in nature. Carbon is a non-metal, as I told you. An element which is non-metal. So, as you see, all type of materials, maximally, all type of most mammals are made up of carbon. So, which property make it so popular? We are proceeded with that. Carbon has two properties which make it so popular, which are catenation and Tetra Valency. Carbon has its atomic number as 6. So if we are doing its electronic configuration, we get 2 and 4. And as you know, to attain the stability, to attain noble gas configuration, it has to complete 8 electrons in its outermost shell. So it can do two things. It will do two things. Either it will gain 4 electrons to complete it, or it will lose 4 electrons to complete first shell, attain noble gas configuration. But for your surprise, neither of these two methods can happen. Why this is so? As you know, carbon has only 2 shells, that is, it comes at a small size element. Carbon has small size. So, having small size means there is nucleus. The outermost shells are very nearby. These are 2 atoms. This is larger one, this is smaller one. So, you think that nucleus is nearby in this, obviously. Nucleus is nearby to valence electrons, valence shell, that is outermost shell in this. So nuclear force which is positively charged and electrons which are negatively charged, nuclear force, that is attractive force between nucleus and electrons, is more in this as compared to larger atom. So carbon has more nuclear force. It can accept electrons, but due to small size, if it accepts 4 electrons, then already it has 4 electrons in its outermost shell. If it gets 4 electrons, then there will be repulsion between electrons and electrons, which makes system unstable as it has small size. So second option means the option for acceptance is neglected. Now the second option is it can donate. It might be donated 4 electrons. So let us see, is it do it or not? So if it wants to donate 4 electrons, it cannot make it happen. I here used to nucleus. As I told you that nuclear force in small size element is very much more as compared to larger one. So nuclear force which is responsible to hold electrons in its outermost shell don't make these electrons to donate to any other element as nuclear force is greater. So the last option to make it stable, make stable compounds, to make carbon atom stable, we have last option which is shearing. Shearing means covalent bonding. So carbon makes covalent bonds. What is the reason behind that? It neither donates 4 electrons, nor accepts 4 electrons. It can only do shearing. This property of having 4 electrons in its outermost shell to done shearing, this is called Tetra Valency. So that's why carbon is called a tetravalent atom. Now its second property is catenation. What is it? Catenation is the property of self-linking. Carbon has 4 valency, as I told you. So it can combine with 4 other elements which has low electropositivity than it, like CH4. It can combine with like this. So it can combine with 4 other elements, and also it can form a huge chain between each other. But long carbon chain is also there. This is called self-linking property. Each and every carbon atom get combined with itself, which make it stable. Okay? These two properties make carbon so popular that we are going to study about its own branch, which is organic chemistry. Now we are proceeded with the forms or types of carbon. Carbon forms allotropes. Carbon show allotropy. What is it? Allotropy is a property of existence of an element in more than one state at a single time. And the states are called allotropes. What do I mean is that, listen, carbon exists in its crystalline form as diamond, graphite and fullerene. Diamond is the hardest substance. It does not able to conduct electricity. Poor conductor of electricity, hardest substance. And the reason behind that is it combined with 4 other carbon atom to form 3D network structure. So there is no free valency to conduct electricity. That's why it cannot conduct electricity. Whereas in spite of this, on the other hand, in the contrast, graphite is good conductor as well as softest substance. And the reason behind that is, in graphite there is hexagonal array which is layered structure. That is, each carbon atom combines with 3 other carbon atom, and for each carbon atom 1 valency is free to move to conduct electricity. One thing is important here, that to conduct electricity we need some free element, some free ions, some free charge carriers. So here it is, a charge carrier which act as a charge carrier is carbon atom here, whereas there is no charge carrier. So it cannot conduct electricity, it can conduct electricity. Clear? Fullerene is a dark solid which is found in a group. First fullerene form is Buckminster fullerene, which is the founder of that was Buckminster fullerene, the USA architect. Okay. Now proceeded with, these all are allotropes of carbon. Okay. So carbon show allotropy. Now what is special about carbon is that its functional group. Carbon the compounds of carbon with hydrogen are called hydrocarbons, like CH4 methane, C2H6 ethane. What is the preparation? What is the procedure of preparing these substances, these compounds, hydrocarbons? Hydrocarbons are of 2 types, aliphatic and aromatic, or we can say arene, or we can say cyclic compound. Whereas aliphatic hydrocarbons are non-cyclic. Aliphatic are also divided into saturated and unsaturated. Saturated are single bonded, unsaturated are of two types, double and triple bonded. Single bonded are called alkanes and double bonded are called alkenes. Triple bonded are called alkynes. Aromatic compounds. Aroma word is used for fragrance. Smell, good smell. So that's why they have a good smell, good fragrance. That's why they are grouped into aromatic class. Now we are proceeded with the IUPAC naming of carbon compounds in our next video. Don't forget to subscribe my videos. Thank you.